Good evening. I would like to make an interview with Mr. Roberto Vigotti, the General Secretary of RES4Africa Foundation, to talk about today's event and key exhibition in Italy about the encourage renewables in Africa and through Mediterranean policy in Italy.
Thank you so much for your interest. Today we have gathered here stakeholders from private public sector, dedicated particularly to the Mediterranean area, and the most important one are of course Egyptian and Moroccan, who are far in advance. The clear message is the following: each country of course can go in its own way, but it is appropriate that a country like Egypt and also the Mediterranean country do progress and accelerate the scaling up of electrification in their country, because not only renewable are important, cheaper, more applicable, but also the infrastructure we need in transmission distribution, and also I appreciate storage, digitalization, and the new industry like green hydrogen. And I compliment Egypt because Egypt is at the forefront with the political but also the administrative to encourage international investors to come to the country.
Excellent. We are, as Egyptian, we are happy for this compliment from you and distinguished expertise here in an event. We would like to know more about Italian policy to encourage Egypt and all Mediterranean or North Africa or Africa as a whole to go forward in renewables and green and new energies.
Yes, the Italian government has made a step in promoting a closer collaboration between Italy and Europe, and of course the Mediterranean country. Also in Brussels there is more interest now in DG NEAR for a close collaboration with the countries. The opinion is that we had to invest in those countries for a win-win situation. I think that Italy now will propose a special plan. In these days they will detail but they plan, and I'm glad to say that the RES4Africa will be probably one of the promoter, but also the operating agent, also in Egypt, in Morocco, in Algeria, and we are glad to say that our 10 years track record will, and also the trust we have in a country like Egypt will be a facilitator. So I expect from G7 in April, but also at the end of the year, I hope to come back to Egypt. I definitely will come back to Egypt to show the progress, not only from the Italian, from the international community, and the role Egypt can be not only as a leader in the Mediterranean, but also as a bridge between Africa and Asia and Middle East. I will be glad to come. I promise that for me, the Egyptian know-how and the Egyptian, let's say, framework is very favorable. And so we are good friends. Roman and Egyptian are the ancient culture, and we appreciate each other. But don't forget to open the Egyptian Museum if you want to come here, because I'm waiting 10 years to see this wonderful new museum there. See you soon in Cairo when you invite me. Probably early September or early October will be perfect. And thank you for your interest.
You're most welcome. Egypt will be happy to invite you, and we will be by that time the great museum to be open to let you achieve your target, to see all our valuable ancient history. But let us come back to the present. Egypt has a great potential in renewables and energy transition, and it's great to be know you are focusing our development, positive development. How we can make a success matching between new development in Italian and European policy and in development in Egypt regarding new hydrogen, regarding how to tackle with new development and energy transition?
Well, there are many ways. The first one is the European Bank will put in place a new instrument for the guarantee of eventual risking in a country, any country. So this will encourage many investors, European and Italian, to come also to Egypt to invest. But also, as you know, our specialty is training capacity building, and we have a track record also with ANRE, with Egyptera, or with El Kayat from Nerea. And every year we invite the top level of Egyptian authorities to Milano to do a course, and Mr. Omaran has invited several times us to go to Cairo. So I think by exchanging the latest benchmark in innovation and also in the new business model, I think this will be, Egypt will be definitely very receptive, and therefore Italian and European policy, thanks to the benchmark, the Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, leader in Africa, we can really make a difference in terms of continental approach. So looking forward for training, capacity building, the risk investment, also infrastructure deployment, and also Egypt can be a good bridge for telling the truth to southern part of Africa and Middle East. I count very much on your capability, diplomacy, and the skillness you have.
Excellent. So we should wait for a pilot project with Egypt to be distributing in whole Africa to be repeat.
Yes, not only the Egyptian authority, but don't forget you have in Cairo RES4Africa, which is a wonderful center in Cairo, but has a long view on all the Mediterranean and Middle East. So with your Mr. El Karat, Majed, I think that we can, when I come to Cairo, we can really make a 2-3 years plan to make sure that we perform. Yes, I am very positive. And Egypt again is in a wonderful position, not only in terms of geography, but in terms of credibility of their work. So thanks very much, and looking forward to define detail with Mr. Omaran from Egyptera, from El Kayat from NREA, and for the authority. But I am very positive, I'm very optimistic, as you see. I think Egypt will be a benchmark for the whole region, and we need clean energy to compensate the bad things happening there. And thank you for your patience and for your diplomacy.
Many thanks for your time, for your appreciation for Egypt experience, for Egypt development. We look forward to see hello for you next September, and to see as a public opinion the development came reality, and there is a good opportunity, there is a good relationship to be built on between Egypt.
Let me add that the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa has decided Egypt and Kenya will be the new country where we focus an in-depth support to see how the country are implementing the policy. So we'll be RES4Africa and UNECA, United Nations Economic Commission, who will come in a permanent basis in Cairo and in Nairobi to watch and support the Egyptian and the Kenyan to progress quickly. So I can anticipate this one in September, but again, it was a privilege, it was a compliment for Egypt to be chosen by the United Nations.
Excellent. It's good news. We are happy for this interview, for all this good news, for all this positive news for Egyptian in this sector. We are willing to implement all such progress in this field. We are so proud to be there. Many thanks for your time. Many thanks for your interest to be with us in a success story in Nile River in Cairo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.